Stevie Wonder, another legend coming off of Marvin Gaye. We have to talk about Stevie Wonder, whose birthday is coming up in May. So, Stevie Wonder has 23 studio albums, 3 soundtrack albums, 4 live albums, 11 compilations, 1 box sets, and 91 singles. So we are going to focus on the albums, probably hit some of those soundtracks as well. Stevie Wonder put out his first album at the age of 12. He was billed as Little Stevie Wonder at the time, and it was a pure instrumental album. It was his debut album, but it was released in September of 1962. In a more jazz vein, if you know where music was around that time, it kind of made sense when you were an up and coming record label like Motown was at the time. You definitely want to put out stuff that people are interested in and people actually want to hear. Unfortunately, this album wasn't one of them. In a very similar fashion to Marvin Gaye, they struggled with finding like the thing for Stevie at the time, but it did highlight his talent as a composer, as an instrumentalist, just overall. So I think it was just kind of like a precursor to what was to eventually come. This is one of 2 that he actually doesn't sing on. But a notable record on here that you guys may be familiar with is Fingertips, which will eventually become a hit for him, just not on this album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie. So, I have not a lot to say about this. I did listen to it. I think it's fine, as an instrumental album. You can hear the immense talents of Stevie Wonder on here, but we know him as a singer, and that's what you're kind of waiting for. But, these guys take time to develop, to grow, to become the people that they are. You just don't jump out the gate really like that. There was a lot of really artistic development that went on. But at the age of 12 years old, to be able to do all this was freaking amazing. So we know now. They didn't know back then. But it's just there. And eventually we would get to a point where we hear it all kind of come together. So the Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, 1962 in September. Didn't quite work out for them, but they did not give up, and we'll be back with his next album up next.